as soon as they get this money, even if some of them do not respect us, we've done our bit. Let them make sure that the economies in our counties remain vibrant through settlement of pending bills. And Mr. Speaker, saying this, it reminds me, according to the report of the Controller of Budget, my county of Kakamega had a whopping 1.47 billion shillings in pending bills. And it took me a lot of interest, a lot of hard work to push the governor to start paying these bills. I want to thank this same committee, without which Governor Barasa had refused to pay the people who gave credit to our county, and now he has been able to pay 751,800,000. Mr. Speaker, I want to congratulate the governor for paying this 771.8 million shillings to our creditors. And I want to assure the remaining creditors who have not received their money due in pending bills worth 718.2 million shillings to rest assured and know that for as long as God allows me to be the senator of Kakamega, before the end of this financial year, Governor Barasa will have to pay this balance. And I want to congratulate them. When we were doing our oversight conference at the Golf Hotel, the information they gave us was very useful, and we are using that information. They'll be paid. And for Governor Barasa, we have summoned you to come to the Senate to demonstrate why you cannot pay this balance, because you have no reason. We've given you the money as the Senate of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, it is important that before I end the contribution on this very important bill, we must speak to some of the bad manners by our governors. Some of our governors have got serious bad manners. We must call them out. Mr. Speaker, right now, I've just been watching some news on social media, I hope it is true, and it shows unrest in the county of Nandi. Mr. Speaker, it shows unrest in the county of Kericho.
For Nandi wants to inform you, I don't know on what matters.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I'm concerned about the unrest in Nandi, and they're my neighbors.
So do you wish to be informed by the
Yes,
Senator
on behalf of
Nandi?
the lawyers of Jesumei, who live and vote in Nandi, I would love to be informed.
Proceed, Senator Chair.
Mr. Speaker, I want to inform my good neighbor Omwami, the bullfighter, and we talk, Nandi County Assembly is under siege because the people of Nandi are moving the MCAs to commence impeachment proceedings against the inept governor, Sang, and remove him from office. And I want to assure there have also been some blows, exchange of blows by members of County Assembly. And Mr. Speaker, this is, we must ensure devolution works by fire, Mr. Speaker. And I want to confirm that this House should be ready for impeachment against the governor of Nandi, Governor Sang, in the next few weeks. Because from the intelligence I have, Mr. Speaker.
What is the information that you wanted to pass?
I wanted to confirm to him that it is true that there is unrest in Nandi because people are tired of bad governance and corruption that is being perpetuated by the governor of Nandi, Sang. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful because I was worried that somebody would shoot up and challenge me for quoting social media. Of course, social media cannot stand in this House. So the confirmation from the distinguished senator of Nandi that there is unrest in Nandi must be taken seriously, and even more so by Senator Boni Khalwale and Senator Osotsi, because our cousins come from that county. Mr. Speaker, it's amazing that one of the voters in Nandi gave me a payslip, a copy of a payslip, and showed that a relative, a very close relative of the governor, is drawing a salary of 145,000 shillings per month, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, a governor's relative, who I don't mind, our relatives can work in our offices. They are entitled to jobs in counties. But when those relatives are over 60 years old, then it calls into question why they could be drawing a salary for not earning that money because they're not in employment. They're ghost workers, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to call out our governors on bad manners of the cost of foreign travel. The bill of foreign travel in this country by governors is amazing, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the most traveled governors, the governor of Nairobi, governor of Kakamega, shame on you. And the governor of Nandi. What are they doing? Mr. Speaker, imagine the governor of Kakamega spend 418 million shillings, 640,000 to fly around. Sang spent 310 million shillings, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, even if their friends are in here and they are comfortable about this truth, we will call them out. Mr. Speaker, sir, the bad manners of refusing to digitalize, Mr. Speaker, revenue collection is because governors want manual collection so that at the end of the day, they sit in the office with the finance people to share the daily connections like bank robbers. Mr. Speaker, can you imagine that a great young woman like Gladys Wanga, she comes from a very small county with limited opportunities of how to raise her own source revenue. And Gladys Wanga is leading from the front. She's doing a good job. I hear she's now the chair of the Orange Democratic Movement. That is extremely attractive. I think your party is starting to look good. Very good indeed. If the chair can lead in realization of on-source revenue, ODM is doing very well. Mr. Speaker, Gladys Wanga raised 1.2 billion shillings from a rural constituency, a rural county. Madam Speaker, I also want to congratulate the governor of Narok. He raised 4.75 billion shillings. Narok here, the Maasai is when you see them in the white shukas, they are able to contribute their own source revenue worth 4.75 billion shillings. Mr. Speaker, the governor of Nairobi, he does a few bad things, but then surprises me with very good things. Like on on-source revenue, he has done well. He has raised 12 billion shillings. Mr. Speaker, I cannot fail to congratulate the governor of Bungoma on on-source revenue. Governor Lusaka found when Wangamati was collecting a mere 400 million shillings. But the man who sat where you are, who learned good manners of respecting public money from this house, Lusaka, has done wonders. From 400, Lusaka has raised 1.12 billion shillings in Bungoma. And he's a living shame to what is happening in Kakamega. Oh, Kakamega. Oh, Kakamega is the second biggest county in this country. It has got some of the best resource raising points, Mr. Speaker, including the economy of Butali Sugar Company, 10 billion shillings economy it pays taxes, including cess. Mr. Speaker, West Kenya Sugar Company, a company with an economy of 15 billion shillings per year, and Mumias Sugar Company with an economy of 24 billion shillings. This is before you mention the other avenues of on-source revenue collection. The governor of Kakamega found when your Paranya was doing very well. The collection of revenue has tipped. Right now, he's trailing, according to the report of the Controller of Budget, and I invite colleagues to read it. Kakamega County, Bomet County, Busia County, Mandera County, and Migori County are the bad boys on abuse of on-source revenue. Governor Barasa, you cannot be collecting money from our women at Hayaga, our borders, from Malaba, from Butere, from Mumias, from Malinya, from Shinyalu, from Lumakanda, and Likuyani, and you'll be abusing that money. We want that money to be banked. Mr. Speaker, I want to end by speaking again to the bad manners of governors, something called extravagance. And I hear some people are harassing the controller of budget because they think she's exposing them too much. National Assembly, please give the controller of budget more money. She's doing a good job. She's calling out these people so that Senate can be able to deal with them. She has found that the top, Mr. Speaker, abusers of expenditure include the following counties: Kakamega County, Nakuru County, Bungoma County, Tana River County, Kitui County, Mombasa County, Machakos County, Kwale County, and Nyeri County. She's saying that the ones who are abusing the revenues in their counties through collection. Now that she has brought this report, colleagues, I'm starting to wonder, could it be true what I was seeing in the media from the Machakos local media, that their governor was having problems in London last week? Mr. Speaker, this could be the reason. She's been flagged out here. And Mr. Speaker, Machakos has splashed 100.
Senator Boni Khalwale, just use the statistics from the control of budget.
They're the ones here.
From the media and the social media, just forget it.
This is
Yes.
control of budget. I've taken a photograph.
The stories that you led, you now stick to the control of budget.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
You are doing so well.
According to the control of budget, Machakos, they have just splashed 193.85 million shillings on having fun, and the control of budget cannot understand why they are wasting this money. And Mr. Speaker, the worst, number one abuser, according to the control of budget, is they call it FCAP or FCPA, Fernandez Barasa, has spent 521 million shillings, $500 million shillings, on buying mandasis and lunch and water and sodas in the office, Mr. Speaker. It is not possible to spend $500
Give him that a second. To pronounce yourself on your position.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, I want to oppose any attempt to reduce the money that this House allocated to counties, 400.16 billion shillings, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Next is Senator Sifuna.